'Cause it's the West Side Stories with Joey Mejia, talking comedy and smoking good sense of Mia. It's the West Side Stories with your host Wes Brenner, Joey Mejia. How can life get much better? West Side Stories. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of West Side Stories. I am your host, Wes Brenner. With me, as usual, but not always, but usual, is the illustrious and ever magnificent Joey Mejia.
The very replaceable, yes.
Very replaceable, only if you have a name that rhymes with Mejia. Mm-hmm. So we had Jerry Villa here last week, and if you have a name that rhymes with the M or I-A rhyme sequence there, Ia. If you got an Ia name,
Sesamia.
If you live on Sesamia Street, if you're a Sesamia character, then yeah, dude, fucking, you might be able to get up in here and do the thing. But anyways, we are back with another hot. We got some hot takes this week, man. We got some hot takes.
So hot.
There's a lot of shit going down in the rap world right now, which is why I wore my Andre 3000 shirt to keep it tranquil, y'all, because he is over here, you know, in New Blue Sun or whatever the fuck that album was called. And he's, I don't know if you can see my Andre shirt, but he's playing his flute here.
He's the one with the flute.
He's keeping it tranquil, man, because Andre has reached a point of meditation and of tranquility. He's not in these rap beefs, you know what I mean? He's not partaking in these
he's trying to stay alive.
No, dude, he's fucking tapping into the like frequencies of the universes, dude, of the multiple universes. Like he believes in the multiverse.
Mushrooms.
He's been eating a ton of mushrooms. He is on a strict mushroom dietary plan from Paul Stamets, a regime, you know.
Yeah. And
he's been just wolfing down mushrooms. A lot of lion's mane and a lot of psychedelic mushrooms.
Cordyceps,
the penis envies.
I actually had a chocolate bar of that one time.
I bet you have.
It was I
bet
felt that emotion.
Did you have penis
daily.
envy after it? Does it like make you want a bigger black dick?
It actually took away my penis. It made me satisfied with my member.
Yeah, it was like full, universal bliss of the
mushroom understanding.
Bliss.
Mushroom understanding.
Yeah, mushroom tip understanding.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's the mushroom tip.
I don't want to brag, but yeah. If I do search mushroom in my photos right now, my penis does come up.
That's because you have a fungus growing on it.
Yeah, probably.
And you have a
Google,
mycelium network that goes all through your body, starting at the tip of your penis. And
Google's really good.
Going through your toes up to your brain, and it controls all of your thoughts, and all those thoughts are, I need pussy.
I mean, that's real.
That's every man.
Yeah.
Every man's journey. We're just an every man's podcast here, just a blue-collar, pussy-loving podcast. And that's what we came to give you, just America in a slice right here. A slice of pizza called America, also known as the West Side Stories podcast.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Preach. But no, man, there's been a lot of crazy shit. Drake and Kendrick Lamar are beefing. They've got multiple rap beefs, and it's always fun, man. I feel like whenever two rappers just start to publicly go at it, it's a good time. And usually it's a marketing scam. A lot of these times it's a marketing ploy. They're trying to fucking sell records. That was actually one of the disses that Drake had on Kendrick, and we'll get into it, you know what I mean? But he did say, like, oh, you got a record coming out. This is a good time to, like, do some clout chasing instead of fucking, like, actually put in the work or whatever. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot of heated back and forth diatribe between the two rap super parties here. Yeah, man, it's pretty wild. What's your take? Any hot takes on it?
I just keep hearing about it, and I don't know. I really didn't know anything like 24 hours ago. I just looked some stuff up for this.
Yeah.
and I learned the
yeah, we're the wrong people to be paying attention to. If you're actually interested in this, there's probably I
have an understanding of it.
No,
now.
I mean
it's
I do,
not incomprehensible.
Too, but it's pretty uninformed.
It doesn't take more than 10 minutes to understand.
See, I think that's not that true because I think there's a lot of nuance to it. Okay. I think that like the surface level understanding is like we can pick it up from listening to all the songs, but I think that there's a lot of like hidden fucking metaphors or different like
it's music
jabs in there. I know exactly, and it's rap, which is like a hard thing to decipher. To like, you know what I mean? Kind of like it's like there's hidden shit.
Are you saying because the black scent?
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to depending on where they're from. They're like, no. It's just rap is a challenging thing. Which actually, I was thinking this is funny. Like, it's funny that like that they're basically using like dark, like aggressive poetry to like fucking yell at each other, to like go at each other with. Like they're like, hey man, like I'm gonna come at you with this like fucking aggressive mean poetry, like over some words, over some beats and shit, which like is what they do. Like, so it makes sense because it's like, okay, yeah, they're rappers, but it is just, if you break it down to like that level where you're like they're getting mad at each other, and then they're just like in the media going and like saying like, hey, fuck you. Like, it would be like if like Seinfeld and like Chris Rock or something like started doing like some like specials against each other,
writing
like
a joke,
telling jokes about each other, and then like both like kept coming back and forth with like jokes or something, or like Louis and Seinfeld. Like Louis like Seinfeld's like, yeah, you're a fucking pervert, like you expose yourself to women, and then Louis like, yeah, well you were fucking like 18-year-old when you were like 30 fucking or something, you know what I mean, that you met in a park in Central Park, like, because that was his wife. When Seinfeld met his wife, he was super young. She was super young. Mm-hmm. She was like 17.
Damn.
Or something. But that's one of the things that Drake is being accused of, is being a pedophile too.
The classic pedophile.
Kendrick is saying that he's a pedophile. There's this stuff with whatever the fuck, Bobby Brown, bitch from fucking Stranger Things, that we're kind of hearing about. Melly Bobby Brown, or
I've
whatever.
heard Melly Mel's name. I don't really know anything about Melly Mel.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's some crazy shit. So I guess this shit started a while ago. Look, we were kind of looking at a little bit of a synopsis.
2013?
I don't know. See, I didn't pay attention to any of the dates, but they were saying, so we were just watching a little synopsis on it, and it was like talking about how like they were on a song together back in the day, and then fucking there was a song that Kendrick came out with that he called out a bunch of people on, and like J. Cole was in that call out, and like a bunch of people were in it. Fucking Meek Mill maybe was in that call out. I don't know who else was, but a bunch of people were in it, and then fucking Drake was like the one who was like, I guess, most offended by that or most hurt by it. And it just sounds like every time that they talk about this shit too, it just sounds like Drake is kind of just like he just makes himself out to be sort of like a bitch in the public, you know what I mean? Like,
how so?
Well, because he's just like very like he's like in his feelings about shit. Like, it's like, oh, like he's like fucking like upset that somebody, like, I don't know, said some shit where like he's calling out like 10 different names of people, and instead of being like, oh, whatever, he's like, I'm gonna be offended by that, and then be like, I'm not gonna work with this dude, or whatever happens. I don't know. I'm not privy to the details of what went down, but then Drake gets mad, I guess, and then I guess Kendrick pokes the bear again, because then and then they were saying something about like Kendrick potentially being in like You're
saying Drake is the bear?
Yeah, I mean, Drake is not a bear, but he's like, you know what I mean, in that he's the proverbial bear or whatever in that.
I just don't like the gunshot. Like, I hear the gunshots in the songs and stuff. And
that's pretty rap beef.
I'm gonna
classic,
kill you.
Though.
Yeah, but so is death.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It died. Yeah. A lot of these have ended in death. Biggie and Tupac, classically, which, like, it's crazy. The other thing, and we'll get into that more, but him fucking using Tupac's likeness or AI likeness in one of the songs in Snoop Dogg. Drake uses Tupac like as like an AI Tupac in the fucking in the track, the tailor-made freestyle.
Do not like. And Taylor Swift is in there.
And then he brings up Taylor Swift
in the same song.
He's got
where
an AI, Snoop Dogg and an AI fucking Tupac. That's crazy. Like that's
to do a dead
so
and
insulting.
alive person AI song without. Yeah, I don't. That's just disturbing.
No, so
that immediately
so
makes me like Kendrick.
A hologram Tupac was already fucked up enough. Like we were already like mad that they had a holographic Tupac. Now like there's a fucking AI Tupac. They got AI George Carlin too, like you were saying, like because you said fucking Drake is the fucking Will Sasso of the rap world now, because Will Sasso made a George Carlin special, an AI George Carlin special, which is trash.
Will Sasso's AI generated a special, to be clear.
That means he made it.
So
dude.
That's technically the AI made it. I don't know. It's up for debate. But I like that it's being stopped, because it's getting disturbing a little bit with this stuff. Like,
first person shooter. I think that was something that like J. Cole and fucking Drake made, that Kendrick was, maybe it's a song or something like that. I don't know. Again, like, this is how uneducated we are, people. I'm sorry. But we're just fucking around with this because we do fuck around with rap. I like different rap more. Like, I'm like an old person when it comes to rap, like 90s East Coast hip hop, like fucking Big L and fucking Tribe Called Quest and like fucking Mobb Deep and Nas and that kind of thing. Is
Tupac, like, Biggie, Big Pun, like, just the classic
favorites. Yeah, so it's like that's like our shit, more bread and butter. But like I do, like to.
Chance the Rapper opened me up to new age rap. I was like, okay, I kind of like it now.
Yeah, and I fuck with like there's a Future song that I like. Like there
I like
is
a lot of newer stuff now.
But there's a J. Cole song even that I like. I actually kind of like J. Cole and stuff.
I still really don't listen to J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar,
and Kendrick.
Kendrick,
I love that song Money Trees, which obviously that's like bitchy, that's not like a deep cut or a fucking B-side. That's like a mainstream whatever. But I just don't know any of their catalogs super well. But there's a couple of songs here and there that like they've hit me, and I'm like, ooh, I like that. Like I like Kendrick's flow sometimes. I like J. Cole's flow sometimes. I think he's pretty good. And then Drake. There's been a couple Drake songs.
They all sound cool to me. They all sound pretty cool. There's been a couple
Drake songs that I'm like, oh, this is pretty tight, but
Kendrick sounds the coolest. Kendrick sounds the coolest.
But sometimes Kendrick sounds like too like hey, I'm a hey, like he does the classic like wheezy like
kind of the Bruno Mars.
It sounds like fucking like Marky Mark. You know how like Marky Mark he's like, hey guys, fucking fucking car,
the dog pant.
Fucking. I can't really do a Boston accent, but
the dog pant.
Yeah, he sounds like he's like doing that. Like it sounds like Marky Mark, but like black Marky Mark. It sounds like Marky Mark like got the Funky Bunch back together, and his fucking. That'd be great if he started doing some rap beefs against like fucking like Vanilla Ice or something. There's just some old timers, the dinosaurs of rap.
I just think all of the animosity should be channeled. There should be, like, Dana White should be called in. He should have a child league for the UFC, the celebrity UFC.
I'm sure he does. That's just a really private
rapper versus rap. You know how Nelly used to catch passes from, like, Drew Bledsoe or whatever? Like back in the day, MTV had these like celebrities.
No, you know it though. It's funny that you love to exploit motherfuckers.
Oh well, like Real World Sports. Real World Road Rules. Days.
No,
those were reality shows. You don't know Real World Road Rules?
No.
God damn.
Real World Road Rules. No, see, I was a PBS kid, dude. Which is why I'm a freak. Right. I'm a sheltered child of. The PBS.
But they should have like a little celebrity boxing league where Drake and Kendrick can or a jiu-jitsu match, maybe grappling, wrestling or something.
Where they fight?
Where they get it out, yeah.
Instead of have to shoot each other?
Yeah.
It's like, well, put these guns down, boys, and let's Let's put them up 1-2. You know, the old 1-2. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah. So, anyways, fucking. So I think that Kendrick was upset, or Kendrick said something about fucking about that song, like not being on that song, or if that's I don't know if that's what the fuck that is. The first, whatever it was called, fucking first responders, or what was it? I don't know. I forgot. I can't find it. But anyways, yeah. So that was some shit. And then
I've been blissfully ignorant of it all.
And then J. Cole comes out with a song, 7-minute drill.
Oh, that sounded good.
Which I like. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, I think J. Cole's sound, like just sonically, I think he is the best. Like I love he's a good writer. His flow is sick. He's a good rapper. Like. Yeah, so I think J. Cole's pretty tight. You know, that one song with Lil Durk that he has is cool. All My Life or whatever. And then fucking
the All My Life.
All My Life.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I don't know. No, don't know it.
But that song's tight. So I like J. Cole. He has a good flow sometimes. And so yeah, anyways, in 7-minute drill, he's kind of calling out Kendrick and kind of saying like he's got fucking Drake's back, and just like, yo, like if it has to come down to it, like I'll humble you on the microphone or whatever. And he's just saying, you know, like which I don't know if that's necessarily truth, because oh wait, is this gonna let me go through? And then so then fucking and this is all within a couple of days, you know, like I think these are all coming in the last couple of weeks. Like it's like song after song. And so then Drake comes out with fucking Push-Ups, where he's calling out fucking he's calling out Kendrick again, and he's like, yo, like drop down and give me 50 push-ups. Like he's like your last album sucked, like that shit bricked, like now you're just like he's like, look at your contract, like let's look at the money probably like that you're making versus me, which is kind of like pussy, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I mean, whatever. That's such a flex.
This is Drake that released Push-Ups?
Yeah, this is Drake. So fucking.
Do you think Kendrick?
And we didn't say that J. Cole fucking deleted 7-minute drill from the internet and then like apologized for it, I guess. So that's like kind of trippy. Oh, also, if anybody who's watching this was like, "Oh, cool, they're gonna talk about like hookers and like fucking comedy," like, no, not this week, bitches.
Well, now we did officially.
There you brought it up.
You brought it up.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Well, thanks for reminding us. We're trying to get away from it with this rap beef, dude. Rap snitches, dog. Or rap knitches. What's knitches?
I have no idea what you're saying.
You know that MF Doom song?
No.
Off Food. Food. It's a good album.
More Soup? I know More Soup.
Food. It's got all the food songs. All his food related songs are on there. Yeah, that's on there. There's just, I forget all of them, but it's a good album. Anyway,
Drake, do you think
Kendrick... Back to less important rappers than MF Doom.
Do you think Kendrick can actually do 50 push-ups? Probably.
Yeah, dude, those guys are probably built. But another thing that Kendrick is saying about... So one thing is funny is that they're all going at Kendrick about his height, which, like, I'm a very short person. You know, I got a classic me joke, which is about me being a hobbit or whatever. So I'm a short person.
Short king.
I was going to say that, but I hate that term.
Yeah, I was going to say...
But short, I like to be short like Prince. Prince, the artist.
Short jester.
Prince, the musical artist.
Short jester. You're a comedian.
The artist.
Short jester. You're a comedian.
Yeah. Okay. Short jester. I hate that too. The artist formerly known as Prince. He was short and also very like femme. Like I was just watching Purple Rain, and Prince is like very feminine. But he's also kind of like masculine. Like he's like would fight still. Like he would scrap. He'd get down. But he's like rocks. Like he's good. He's got great style and he's like cool. But he rides a motorcycle and shit. So like I love Prince. Anyways, that's a tangent.
The artist formerly known as Prince went on to work.
The tangent formerly known as.
Never mind.
Wait, what?
You're good.
Sorry,
go
I
on.
stepped on your punchline. I'm sorry.
You're
What
okay.
was it?
It's gone. It's gone
Where'd you
forever.
go work on?
It's gone forever.
Fuck, dude. I hate myself. My mother was Steve-O in the fucking in the history books of fucking podcasters who interrupt and then get too stoned to finish their sentences. No, but anyway, so fucking Kendrick, he says, or so Drake is saying in push-ups, he's saying like a bunch of shit, and that's why I was saying that like this stuff is pretty obscure, because there's a bunch of stuff that like I have no idea, but somebody who's probably a closer rap following fan, they probably know what a lot of this like shit.
Well, the latest one that really, not to jump around too much, but the latest one that released the artwork for the album is his home with like the pedophile little pedophile. I don't like saying the word. The pedophile.
You say it how a pedophile would say it.
How does a pedophile say it? No, they say it charismatically. They say it charismatically. Don't
clip that. Don't clip that.
They're very charismatic people. I'm just saying. Like Drake is showing, they're very charismatic people. You would know. They wouldn't say it like
pedophiles.
That. Yeah.
Are charismatic?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Yo, this
Are you arguing with that?
I mean, that's fucked up. What are you saying?
They're stereotypically like charismatic.
Oh, they're like very like, oh, like they have charisma. They have
socially,
riz. You say a pedophile's got riz, dog?
They're socially outgoing.
Dude, he's been rizzed up. This is the words of a man.
Well, when I was 13,
by a pedophile. Oh, we know.
He was a very charismatic person.
This is a safe place, Joey.
I'm not going to go too deep into it.
All right, tell us here. Point on.
He went too deep into me.
Point on the doll of yourself where they touched you.
I just told you.
He went too deep into you. I heard it. Yeah. Sorry, I keep stepping on your punchlines. Fuck, dude.
It's okay. I'm really used to it.
Yeah.
That's why I saved.
That's why you bomb at ACC.
Yeah. I'm just expecting to be interrupted. I'm like, wait, why aren't people interrupting me?
Here, let me step up my own punchlines by playing with this fucking mic stand and coffee cup in front of people's faces.
People giggle.
Yeah, those aren't good giggles. Those are like insanity. Like, should we call it mental?
People listen sometimes. People don't listen.
I try and I
have a
fail.
pretty good percentage.
At least you do decently sometimes, and you don't try.
I don't. You got to not try sometimes.
Karma. Just hit myself in the tooth.
Good.
But anyways, yeah, talking about not trying, that could be this song, because I think that Drake has been called out for using ghostwriters. I'm not totally sure that that's been confirmed, but Pete Rock threw that on his Instagram today. Shout out Pete Rock and fucking CL Smooth. But
they're like comedy journalists now.
yeah. They're like stop putting out hits, and now they're just fucking like. Just like, well, I don't know what CL Smooth is doing, but P-Rock, he said, like, he was like, oh, they wage in on the social media, you know, they're like, oh, here's the story or whatever, and anyways, fucking, so P-Rock said, yeah, that, like, Drake has been confirmed that he had ghostwriters, is working with ghostwriters on these, and so, like, and
so some comedians do that too, right?
Yeah, like big comedians do. Like Chris Rock had had writers, not ghostwriters. It's not really ghostwriters.
They have to be dead to be ghostwriters.
Yeah, they have to be dead. Norm Macdonald is ghostwriting through him through a Ouija board. They're fucking, using him. They're using a medium to speak to the spirits of Kinnison, Norm Macdonald, Bill Hicks, fucking, who else? Brody Stevens.
Anyway, Drake was called out.
So yeah, Drake.
Does Kendrick not have? He writes everything himself.
Well, that's not been like a thing that's been called out on Kendrick's side at all. So I don't think Kendrick is not. I don't think Kendrick is using a ghostwriter, and if he is, it's not like a publicly known thing, whereas Drake, it looks like that is something that's being discussed in the public, being called out and being
even
potentially
Pete Rock
confirmed.
said
Pete Rock saying it's not going to be.
I trust Pete Rock.
Oh yeah, he's an old school G from fucking New York. They reminisce over you. It's like
reminisce.
Yeah, it's fucking classic. So yeah, he's not going to be fucking waging in on some young beef if he's not like, nah, this is kind of how I feel about this. So yeah, exactly. Little things like that I think are clues. And this I thought was funny in the push-up song that Drake put out. He says fucking what the fuck does he say? He said he said maroon. He said something about, he said you better do a motherfucking show inside the biddy. Maroon 5 need a verse, so you better make it witty. Which I think is funny that he's just like Maroon 5 needs a verse. Like Kendrick is doing a verse on Maroon 5 song or something. He's like, yo, man, you better fucking... he's like, fucking Adam Levine needs that fucking fire, bro. Like, better hook it up for my boy Adam. Like, you know, like...
Is Adam Levine the Brian Scalabrine of music, where they're just like, he's corny, you're going to go write him a lyric, you're going to go do a feature for this corny guy? Is that what they're saying?
Probably. I mean, Adam Levine was like a guest on like The Voice.
Okay.
For a while.
So like a talented artist, but they're shit on. Like, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of corny. Maroon 5 is corny.
Okay, yeah. I mean? Brian Scalabrine, he made the NBA, but he's like shat on as like, that's just Brian Scalabrine, but he would destroy.
Yeah. Your sports references will play with an audience. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense to you?
No, I don't know. You haven't heard his name? Sports.
He's so popular that he's in rap songs.
I barely listen to rap. This is enough. True. I know. I told you I only listen to.
You only listen to Kendrick Lamar,
Fife Dog, and he shouts out like fucking.
Shaquille O'Neal rapped with Fife Dog.
Yeah, there is that one Fife and Shaq song that is funny.
Great album, 1993, 92.
Yeah, I forget who Fife shouts out. He shouts out a lot of people.
Fushnikins.
The 5-foot assassin popping fleas off your collar.
Creamy like cheese spread you on the bagel. That's the Shaquille O'Neal lyric.
What?
Yeah, never mind.
The bagel? The bagel?
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal has great lyrics. That's all.
Talking about bagels, fucking Tony Hinchcliffe on the roast of Tom Brady last night.
I saw a lot of people talking about Netflix roast.
He was like, what did he say about bagels? He was like, oh yeah, it was Andrew Schultz. Schultz said this. Sorry, not to misquote the roast joke, but Schultz was like, Andrew Schultz on the roast is like, every fucking Jewish model in LA. He's like, there's a lot of Jewish models in LA. They all call them fucking Leo's bagel holes or something. I'm freaking fucking up. I think he called him Leo's bagel holes.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, because like Leo's fucking all the Jewish models in fucking in LA. Okay, so. And then he was like, right after the Maroon 5 thing, then he's like, then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, but Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50. But it's just Top say drop, like maybe it's like, like the top brass or whatever, like people at the top, like Taylor Swift. But he's like, yeah, then we need a song for the Swifties, because or then we need a verse for the Swifties, because he's been on fucking Taylor Swift. He's on a Taylor Swift song. Kendrick is. I don't know if you know that. I've heard that.
I probably have not.
But there's a Taylor Swift song that's got Kendrick on it, which is funny because you think Kendrick is like a harder rapper, like a harder dude. Not harder, I don't know, but like you know what I mean? He's got morals, just like in this, where he's like trying to be like, oh, Mr. Morale or whatever. That's what like he gets called. But then it's funny that he's like doing songs with Taylor Swift, which no hate to that. I mean, fucking, she is like the biggest, a very big artist doing music, one of the biggest people. But at the same time, it's like if you have your own lane and your own people, you don't really need to do that. So anyways, the next song that comes out... You can
be a wholesome gangster.
The next thing that comes out, though, and this I think is maybe the most fucked up thing, but is the fucking tailor-made freestyle. And this is the one that's got fucking the AI Tupac on there and the AI Snoop Dogg. And then this one fucking had to be taken down because Tupac's estate reached out to Drake and said, hey, you can't fucking have an AI of our fucking like deceased family member like on this track that you're like, even if you're not getting money for, you're still getting clout for or whatever. And it's just crazy. So that's super
yeah, it's
fucked
good
up.
because that's stupid.
No, that's insane. I mean, a holographic Tupac at fucking Coachella, that's already fucking blasphemy. But then this, like, for him to and to use it in a rap beef, like, that's crazy. To be like, yeah, like, dead Tupac fucking would fucking
He literally
posthumously fucking agree with fucking me and be on my side. Like, it's like, how can you fucking say that, bro? You like Canadian fuck.
He made it seem like Tupac's rapping about
Just kidding, I love
podcasts.
Canada.
He made it seem like Tupac is rapping about.
He literally had a fucking Tupac has a line in there. It says like, I heard it on the Butt-In podcast. Yeah, heard it on the Butt-In podcast. It's got to be true. Like, and then said they told me the spirit of Machiavelli is alive in a nigga under 55. So it's got to be you. And yeah, and I guess I can't say the N-word anymore because, like, even though I am black, fucking, I'm about just as black as fucking Drake is.
Can AI? Not I'm not asking me. Can
AI?
Can Allen Iverson say that? No. Can AI, the artificial intelligence, say that word?
I don't know. Not. I think just there's. I was listening to Duncan Trussell, and he was saying there are like AIs that are like programmed in a certain way, or like deprogrammed or whatever, where they can say shit.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. They can make suggestions. That's
it's
fucked
like
up.
Unlocking your phone.
Yeah, like jailbreaking.
Yeah,
jailbreaking. Yeah.
Rooting.
So I think that there's ways that they've already figured that out. So that's probably how the AI can be racist or say N-word or whatever. But no, so it says that
I did have Chat GPT like as Tupac write me a song.
And even Snoop. Well, yeah, but you didn't put it out in like a rap beef.
No,
you weren't like in like your comedy beef like back home in Seattle. Like, hey, fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna fucking put out a fucking rap album about you that Tupac is rapping on, like me, my buddies Tupac and Snoop Dogg, like, and then Snoop Dogg is alive, and then like is gonna have him put out like in like this line too, like Tupac is like it was me and Snoop Dogg had my fucking shirt off in the House of Blues, like he's like bringing Snoop Dogg into his verse, like he's like. I don't know. That's fucking crazy. And then he brings back, he's like, nephew, what the fuck you really about to do? We pass you the torch at the House of Blues. Like, they're both talking about this, like, like fictional time at the House of Blues. Like, Drake never met Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna like fucking dishonor a fucking deceased rapper's memory, one of the greatest, you know, and be like, oh fucking yeah, I never met this dude, but like I'm gonna have him. And also, I feel like Pac would probably be on Kendrick's side. Like,
I wouldn't even say.
I mean, he is from the West. Maybe it's because West Coast, East Coast, because it's like Kendrick's,
I mean, the whole thing is
New York or whatever.
Is kind of. The whole thing supports how Tupac and Biggie, like, they're going to make this drama so that it increases interest in sales.
Yeah.
Like, it might be based in reality, but in the end, it is all, like, Wizard of Oz, like, show. You know what I mean? Like, and speaking of Wizard of Oz,
based in reality gravy.
The rich, what?
Like, based, like you're basing it. All right. Keep going. A chicken or something like you based.
Anyway, the backwards line. Basting. I bet a lot of people don't know the backwards line.
Okay, yeah. Backwards line.
Masturbating.
Masturbating.
Now I'm only thinking about masturbating.
Masturbating. Masturbates. Masturbates.
Why?
Captain. Whatever. Yeah. No. What are you saying?
Just the backwards. There's a song that starts with a backwards lyric, which is just a phrase that Richard Pryor shouts out.
Oh, that's Euphoria. We haven't gotten to Euphoria. So I think that's his clapback next. Yes, is Euphoria. And it starts with fucking a backwards quote. You can keep going.
Oh, yeah. It's just a quote that says, yeah, I'm a phony. Like, you got me. I don't have anything.
Yeah, so it's Richard. It's a quote of Richard Pryor saying, "What does he say? You got me.
It's like,
I did it all, or something.
Everything they say about me is true.
Everything they say about me is true, something like that." And it's like from the Wizard of Oz, and it's Richard Pryor saying that, and then it's like Kanye. I mean, sorry, fucking Kanye, not Kanye. I'm so stupid.
I forgot the Wizard of Oz was black.
No, fucking what's his fucking face? Kendrick, another K rapper, but a more sane one. Kendrick is taking that little Richard Pryor bit, fucking cut it up, and then spliced it backwards so that like it's pretty hidden in there. You don't know what he's talking about. But if you look it up, obviously now people are piecing it together, the little fucking diss. And then he kind of goes in. So this song is super fucking sleepy. Like it's like so mellow. And that's the funny thing is it's called like he's saying. I mean, it does pick up a little bit.
He has a lyric about it being electrifying, but
that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. He's like the music I make is electrifying.
But while
the
music
you make is to pacify or like electrifies people. The music you make pacifies people, which I think that's like a predatory line. Like he's like, oh, like pacifiers, you know? Like he's like, oh, you like put music, you make music for like children, you know what I mean? And then like fucking, and then Kendrick's like, and I make electrifying music, but this song is not very electrifying. It picks up a little bit, but it's still like, this is one of the examples I feel like of Kendrick's song being like, just too much like it's just so like
that's a way to explain it.
Not shout out to the man, like he's a very good rapper, but it's just like some of the sound he's like it's like that Lil Wayne, like how Lil Wayne would be so like and I actually love when Lil Wayne does it because Lil Wayne's like really dope with it. He's like, oh, Weezy F baby, man. Yeah, it's like kind of like
uncomfortable noises.
The Michael Jackson of like rap, like oh, someone. But but fucking yeah. So anyways, so that shit's funny, and this one definitely calls out. He calls out like a bunch of shit. Like Kendrick's calling him out on like you know, all this shit of saying like, oh, like, you know, I hate it when somebody talks about guns and then somebody dies and they turn to a nun and get on there, hop online, like pray for my city. Like that shit's kind of like, he's like, oh yeah, like, you know, he's a bitch, and he's oh wait, is this the song that actually hold on. Oh no, this isn't there yet. We're not there yet. But this song, yeah, he's just kind of calling him a bunch of shit. He's definitely calling him a predator. And saying like the AI funny. He was in a film called AI, and my six telling, yeah, am I battling ghosts or AI? Yeah, so like Kendrick's just basically saying like his shit's pretty fake, and like he's maybe using ghostwriters, and like he's a pedophile, and you know, all this shit. Maybe he doesn't get into all that yet, but he's getting into some of that. And then he comes and does another one. Kendrick does another song called 616 in LA, which this one is not on Spotify, so I don't know if it's like not a official or whatever, but then he's saying a bunch of shit. This one's a little bit more poppin'. And it's like a little bit more like upbeat kind of Kendrick style. You know, I feel like, do you remember this one?
No, I just heard about literally like all these songs.
Well, I played it for you earlier, but this one was the one that was like a little bit more.
Just heard
Why not? This one was a little bit more upbeat, and.
But how can he release? I'm just the artwork with his like the address, the home. Like, that's an interesting legal thing, right? Like, how can you release an album with artwork that's somebody else's home?
Is that what's on there? Because I saw that. There's, like, an address. Is that his house, actually? Drake's house?
It seems to be. I don't know anything about where Drake
Google Maps.
lives.
What if you can fucking Google Map somebody's house? Like, that's not like illegal, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Or the
To
red
take that
fin,
picture?
looking at the red fin or whatever. Yeah,
But
it gets
had a
weird.
bunch of, like, Yeah, that is like a little bit like
real estate. Social media gets weird.
That's a little like fucking creepy, you know?
Yeah.
like posting a fucking like location of his house. Like he's like, yo, pull up, my fans like smoke this fool, like
yeah.
And then I'll get you backstage at my concert.
It's just creepy to release an album. Like that's a weird thing to release with the little dots.
Yeah, and so then Drake. So then Drake comes back and he's like talking about like,
they're both gonna be dead within a year. Is all. And so I think
they're playing with this double entendre too, because I think that Kendrick's girl is named Whitney. I'm pretty sure is what I'm picking up, and then maybe that's not true, but I think his chick, his baby mom, maybe is Whitney. And then like so Drake's getting called on the like the Bobby Brown shit on the chick Melly Bobby Brown. I don't know.
Melly Mel.
Oh, Melly Mel's a rapper. It's not Melly Mel, but it's Mel. Know. But there's the fucking Millie Mel. I don't know what her fucking name is. The chick from Stranger Things who Drake might have fucked. Like
wait, the 12-year-old 11.
I don't know.
Drake fucked 11.
I don't know. No, I don't
wait,
think so.
When she was 11.
I don't know,
Drake
dude.
fucked
We
11
should
when she was
research
11.
better.
I'm just saying.
Now we're just spreading fucking.
This seems to track.
No,
I'm gonna work backwards from that.
I don't know if it's 11. I don't think it's that.
Drake had sex with 11 at 11 years old.
All right. Well, this is now propaganda. We're probably gonna get sued for fucking slander and blasphemy. So we can't put this episode
Disagree. This is all parody.
Yeah, this is a comedy podcast.
Parody is
Everything
protected.
we say is completely joking.
Wes doesn't know legal.
I don't know anything.
He doesn't know the legal
I don't know
system.
legal, but I also don't know what we're talking about. Like everything that we're talking about, we just looked up.
Yep.
And we're kind of vaguely interested. We really don't care.
I love that I didn't know anything about it, and now I'm kind of annoyed that I know something about it.
Yeah, it's like fucking science class or it's like history.
It's like when you learn about bacteria and you're like, now I'm disgusted by
everything.
Yeah.
It's exactly. It's like when you learn about like eye mites, like the mites in your eyes, or like learn about like
I fucking know about eye mites. God damn it.
Bioisms. I don't know.
Bioisms. Okay.
That's
Moving
a
on.
new word.
Moving on.
I create words in this podcast.
Well, so what today made like the
word
latest
of the day is bioism.
What was the latest thing so Kendrick is going to come out with?
So then now Drake is
May 7th.
Where we're at right now is we're at Family Matters. Drake puts out Family Matters, and he's talking about like probably a bunch of family shit, I think. And
but does he ever reference Steve Urkel?
I don't know. He should.
If you have a song
I did that.
named Family Matters, I feel like you gotta.
Yeah, he's saying like,
you're
still mad
I did that.
about that one hoe we ain't even fuck. I just lip locked with her.
Lip lock is the stupidest lyric. I feel like that's a middle school word. Who uses lip lock? I lip lock with my girl.
Dude, it's probably fake ass studio pranksters who still also use lip gloss.
I don't hate lip gloss. I'm not gonna hate on lip gloss.
No, lip gloss is for children, dude. That means you're a pedophile.
I mean, I enjoy moisturizing my lips, so I'm not gonna hate on.
You can use lip balm.
Oh, okay. Balm is
or
like
lipstick.
Balm is for adults.
Lip gloss is I don't think people are.
I don't know.
I only remember people in my middle school using lip gloss.
I don't even know what it is. To be fair,
like Carmax.
Does that mean it has glitter if it's glossy? Anyway,
some do.
Anyway, that's a stupid line. Lip lock is a stupid way to like kiss. It's a weird lyric to me. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not crazy. It's just dumb.
Oh yeah, it's dumb. There's some dumb lyrics in here. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Drake will have like a better flow sometimes, but then he just has some I feel like Kendrick's writing is just far superior. Like
A minor.
Oh yeah. So then
that's that wins.
Well, so
the
that's
fight.
in this next one. So then
that wins the war.
So then this is the next one he comes out with. Kendrick came out with Meet the Grams, which the Gram is Drake's mom's last name. It might be Drake's legal last name.
It is.
It is
legal.
Drake's legal last name. Okay. And he starts the song by addressing Drake's son by name. So he starts it, Dear Adonis. Like, and he's like, I'm sorry that the man is your father. The man is your father. I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man, and your dad is not responsive. Like, he's just immediately firing shots to his son. Like, later he's like, says, like, he's like, yeah, you won't understand this now. He's like, you'll carry yourself as a king. You can't understand me right now, but just wait and play this when you're 18. Yeah.
It gets weird when you start talking about their family and stuff, though.
Directly to their family. And he's also calling him out for being on Ozempic because like Drake's last song was push-ups. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, fucking, like, do some push-ups, get some discipline. But don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did.
Actually, like, if I was if my parents named me Adonis, I would purposefully be so out of shape. I would be the skinniest Adonis. It would be so ironic.
It's like Blanket. It's like Michael Jackson's son Blanket. Like, who has checked on Blanket lately? Like, what is Blanket doing? That's the next school shooter or Macaulay Culkin. Like,
if I was Blanket, I would have spikes installed all through my body, so that'd be the opposite of a blanket.
That's gonna be fucking Tyler the Creator's new fuck toy, dude. It's gonna be Blanket fucking Jackson.
No. Oh no.
I think Paris Jackson is actually pretty decent. So she's like,
I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look up Michael Jackson's children to see if
I would fuck around with Paris Jackson.
I mean, they're probably attractive people.
Fucking Eminem's daughter, bro.
Yeah, again,
Haley,
I leave Haley.
Killing it now, bro. Like,
I leave Haley alone.
Haley's killing it now.
Yeah.
Yo, they're like at least 25.
Yeah, I can't. They're too far away from my... Like, I remember... I grew up with Eminem rapping about his, like, whatever, 8-year-old daughter.
Yeah, I know. It would be weird to fucking... That is actually very fucked up. That's, like, pedophile shit.
As you get older...
Yeah, you can't fuck the fucking child
even
he was rapping about when you were a child. Like,
yeah.
You're like, we grew up together.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, so fucking... Kendrick puts out Meet the Gram. So then the next verse is addressing his Drake's mom. So then it's Dear Sandra, which is his mom.
This is again why I'm worried about violence.
Yeah, people might get shot over this, where it's like you going over the heads, where you're like, I'm gonna write a letter to the parents. Like he's like, I'm not reaching Drake. These songs aren't really reaching him. Let's go to the parents. Let's go to the kids. He's trying to have like he's having a rap intervention, bro. He's like, fuck a rap beef. He's like, I want to have a rap intervention. I'm writing out. I wonder if fucking Kendrick has a rap therapist who raps to him about what he should use. He's like, yo, Kendrick, here's what you need to do. A little intervention to make your boy glue back together because he's all pieces on the floor. You need to call your boy and say, hey, your moms and your kid are gonna ignore you, give you the silent treatment because that's a violent segment. Yeah. All right, I'm not gonna.
We're gonna end on segment.
We're gonna cut all that out.
Segment.
Segment.
The name of the episode is segment.
Segments, as in white flags, like little white flag mints. That would be like that's how you heal a beef with mints.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, or minced meats.
Yeah,
minced. Yeah. So, anyways, fucking Kendrick. Kendrick is going hard. He's fucking directly speaking to Drake's mom and to his fucking sister, or his mom and his son,
and his alleged maybe daughter that may exist.
Yeah, the next thing is Dear Baby Girl, because he's saying that Drake has like an 11-year-old child that he's fucking hiding somewhere.
I don't mind
hiding.
Look, if you're a celebrity, you should you should be able to have your children be anonymous.
But
so that's not even that weird.
Have kids, you shouldn't like not report. I mean, maybe
I would
I guess,
for their anonymity. If they want to be anonymous, I think they should be allowed to be like.
Sure, okay, if that's the child, but
mystery.
then maybe he could just be like that. I don't know if that's what he's saying. He's saying that he's denying any kind of like claims that it's a reality.
I would respect the child's if the child wanted to be like not in
even
the limelight. In the limelight, yeah.
No kid doesn't want to be known about.
There's kids that don't want to be known about.
Joey's like, I'm one of those.
If you're born into like everything is your there's people want privacy now more than they have in the past.
Yeah. Well, shit. Okay, so anyways, fucking. So that is so he just says a bunch of crazy shit. Like he's like, sitting like your daddy's fucking, sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. Like, I don't know, blah blah. He's like, he's saying like your father is a fucking deadbeat. Like, he does say he's a superstar, a hit maker. A songwriter, so I mean he's at least giving him a little dap there, but he's also kind of.
How can you be he's such a successful artist. It's funny. It's like the moment you're only allowed to be a deadbeat if you fathered a child.
No, but he did. He has Adonis.
I know,
and he named him Adonis, so he's definitely doing something wrong.
Well, yeah, you could say that.
I mean, what is up with these rappers naming their children as the worst things? Fucking Northwest, Adonis.
I mean, that's pretty classic for celebrity.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada's a fucked up name.
They have like Jaden and Willow, which are like the fucking male and female versions of like Jada and Will. That's fucking. I mean, obviously the Smiths are the fucking most wacky fucking, celebrity couple out there, or one of them, but
I like 1980s Will Smith rapping with Jazzy
Summertime.
Jeff.
God, that's so classic, but it definitely waned in its classicness after the slap. Like
you saw my blinker, bitch, was what I was talking about. But yeah,
okay,
that's not even
classic
earlier.
too. Yeah. But I'm
a poppy. Ever since he slapped,
I'm a
Chris.
poppy bitch. I'm a poppy little classics bitch. But yeah, the slap definitely affected the music. It's you try and separate the artist from the art, but I don't know. I listen to more Prince than I do Michael these days. But they do talk about Mike a lot, and I'm wondering if they're talking about Michael Jackson, if they're talking about Mike Tyson. Like they keep dropping a bunch of this storyline about one of the mics, and I don't know which one because I just don't know enough. And then the last thing is about Dear Aubrey. Who's Aubrey? Is that his girl?
I have no idea.
Or something. We're so tuned out. That's why. So yeah, we don't know about that.
What do you mean, situation. Mike? Though is that the?
They keep talking about a mic. Like and it's a famous one. Like because they were.
Like the producer.
No. It's got to be like Mike Tyson or Michael Jordan. It's a famous mic because they're saying like, there's a difference between Mike now and Mike then. Like that's what like Drake says at one point, and then so they're both quoting that at a certain point. But this one is I feel like where it gets pretty crazy. Because this one, so then Kendrick is, not like us. So he puts out another one. Kendrick puts out, 2 in a row. He puts out here, what was the other one called? The Grams. Puts out the Grams, then he puts out Not Like Us, which I saw a funny meme where it was, it was, Drake's ghostwriting team, trying to figure out, trying to scramble together after Kendrick's put out his third fucking diss track in a row in 3 days or 2 days or something. It's just so that is funny just because Drake's getting called out for ghostwriting and then Kendrick is just a machine, which I believe that Kendrick has that kind of work ethic. I think that Kendrick is a bar machine and can just bop 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 just go at it. So but anyway, so
just like athletes accuse everyone of being on steroids, I accuse every artist of using AI to supplement their art. Everybody's on creative steroids.
Yeah, so then he starts getting more I feel like as these songs go on longer, they start to get more the call outs start to get more kind of direct and stuff, and more this is they're spelling it out less and they're just kind of saying it more, it's less hidden in the wordplay or whatever, because here he's Kendrick says in this one in fucking Nalakas, he says, and Baca got a weird case. Why is he still around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles, wop, 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 dot, fuck them all. And then he's like, oh, this is where he says this part where he's like, why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
A minor,
which is like a street joke. That's like a literal like a street joke.
A minor,
like the classic street joke is like, oh, like what's the fucking a pedophile's like favorite fucking chord or something, like A minor or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
what's R. Kelly's favorite chord?
Kelly's favorite chord. It's just
minor.
it's applicable. Yeah, exactly. Solve for X pedophile, but. So that's like funny that he's just using that. That's kind of, and then he's like, "You think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga?" I think that Oakland.
He can say it. He can say it.
Yeah, I am black. I'm as black as Drake. So if you think Drake can't say it, then you can cancel us. Go ahead, fucking bring it on, bitches. I'm on Drake's side. Then you know what? I just switch. If Kendrick's gonna fucking push me out of the clubhouse just because of my melanin percentage, bro. Fucking no, but anyways, fucking he said, I think the Oakland show gonna be your last stop, nigga. And so then basically he's saying like, yeah, like he might get shot in fucking Oakland, which like like that that could happen though. That Oakland does not fuck around. The Bay does not fuck around. I'm actually from, shout out, I'm from fucking born in Berkeley, raised in Washington, but born in Berkeley in the Bay. So shout out to the Bay. And then the other, what OVO for? The other vaginal option, pussy. So I guess that's like OPP or whatever, maybe, or something like that, or I don't know. Other vaginal option.
Is that a trans reference? Is that a reference to the trans anus being another vaginal? That's what it kind of
sounds like to me.
I think that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Another vaginal,
the bussy option, or whatever you call it.
But yeah, the bussy. Yeah, he's trying to fuck the little bussies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the bussy. OVO is bussy. So he's like, yeah, you on that OVO bussy train, and then he's like, says something about, he's like, sweet chin music, and I won't pass the aux. Like, I don't know. And then he's like, he's a 6'9" god, which I don't know what that means. Like, what
69. He says 69.
Yeah, 69 god, whatever. 69.
That's just
god.
Goofy. That's goofy.
But I don't know what that is. 6'9" god. That's weird. Or 69 god. He's like, yeah, freaky ass niggas need to stay.
Fan. He says he's a fan. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
and then
a
he
fan.
says that stands for words I can't say.
Yeah, and then so that's fucking dumb. And then basically, let's see, blah blah blah. Oh, and then he's saying like and then he's like, Atlanta was the Mecca, building railroads and trains. Like he's like, once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still doubled down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the Mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on some game. Like, the settlers was using town folk to make like, he starts going into like a fucking like TED talk of like the Oregon Trail, like with the Atlanta fucking, like the fucking. He's like about to start dropping like Harriet Tubman facts and shit.
I like that in a song. I like a song with information.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's cool. Like, I guess he's a historian. And then he's got a bunch of stuff like he starts name dropping a bunch of stuff like, oh, Lil Baby did this, helped you. He's like, oh, Future. He's like, you called Future when you didn't see the club. Like, he's like, so Future got him booked. And he's like, Lil Baby helped your lingo get up. And he's like, 21 Savage gave you full false credit. And he's like, Young Thug, I think, because he says Thug, which I'm guessing he means Young Thug, right? Is that who they're talking about?
I don't even know. I kind of tune out.
That would be the Thug I'd be thinking of.
I just tune out a lot of like, this guy's dumb because of this reason, or this guy's dumb because of this reason.
Yeah, I don't really love the mumble rapper. I mean, I don't think these guys are mumble rappers, but like trap rap, like all this stuff, like, or drill or whatever it is. You know what I mean? This isn't drill, but there's like there's correlation. There's like in the Venn diagram, I think.
There's braggadocious hip hop, which is great. It's always hip hop
like
should always.
Busta Rhymes.
Well, just hip hop is
I like Busta
hip hop
Rhymes.
is braggadocious,
Tribe is my
but
shit, and Busta's.
It's when they
and
if you're going after, if you have a little war or whatever, like that's fine if you do it like dance battle style, but it's inevitably the lyrics change to, this ain't even about hip hop. This is on some real stuff. I will murder you when I see it. Like that's inevitably, and that's what we're hearing with Kendrick and Drake now, even with the gunshots and the talking about each other's family. It's like like who's gonna stop first, basically.
So anyway, it's fucking or who's gonna take it like far enough where it stops eventually, because eventually it's like an eye for an eye until somebody fucking gets really hurt and then gets killed, and then it's like enough deaths and they're like, all right, we need to stop this, or somebody's like gets involved, the government gets involved, the media gets involved, whoever, like the public gets involved enough to where it's like, all right, there's been enough deaths, there's not going to be any more, because it does eventually trickle out. Like Biggie, Pac, they both died. Other people died, probably. I'm sure there was other repercussions, but it's like, Eminem's had some beefs with people. But I feel like as things have gotten like old, like the Biggie, Tupac, that was not a lot of them are ending in death these days. In the last 10, 15, 20 years, have like have they added or ended in death as much? I don't really think so. I think it's kind of been waning on the death over actual rapping, except for like in like drill music and shit. Like less known artists, I feel like, yes, they're killing each other still, and then putting it in songs and stuff, like in O Block in Chicago or whatever, like all that shit. But like the fucking currently, like I feel like the big mainstream artists can't like kill each other as much. Like I don't think like they can maybe pay somebody to go kill somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of what probably happens. But
yep, violence,
dude, gang violence. I hate when they fucking shout that on Kill Tony. It annoys me. I feel like they just like.
Do they shout gang violence on Kill Tony?
Dude, yeah, it's so annoying because they have like Cam Patterson and they have his uncle. He's one of the regulars on Kill Tony, and then they have his uncle, like fucking David Jolly or whatever, and like they just bring this like whole thuggy vibe to Kill Tony that just feels very inauthentic to me. Like I'm like, this doesn't, like I love old school Kill Tony with like Jeremiah Watkins and like Joel Jimenez like playing as the band, and like fucking Jet Ski Johnson, which she still plays with them now, but I liked the old band. No hate to like Michael Gonzalez and fucking D Madness and the new band, like they're all sick. Fucking I liked the old band. They would dress up every time and shit. But now we're on a Kill Tony tangent, which they took a Kill Tony tangent
KTT
in the KTT. They took a KTT in the roast of Tom Brady and fucking Dana White.
That was fun. He just spanned the card.
Yeah. That was funny. Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, Dana White wasn't funny, but like it was funny. It was funny that they had Kill Tony in such a
big stage. Yeah.
Yeah, like in like this broadcast that's going out to like probably 1 million people or whatever amount of people are gonna watch it.
I've gotten asked that a couple times. Have you done Kill Tony yet? Like after I get off the mic.
That's like the fucking that's the bar these days, because people are like, that's what they've heard of. They're like, oh, we know Kill Tony. We watch Kill Tony. Which it's like, it's cool. Actually, Joey Joseph, shout out local comic Joey Joseph, who had a great bit last night. I was complimenting him on that, but he is going to try and hit the Kill Tony at the Forum in like a couple days, because Kill Tony's in LA in a few days.
To be clear, Wes never compliments me, Joey. This is a different Joey.
Well, a good bit,
that he's complimenting.
Yeah. The second that I like any of your material, I will be so quick to tell you, dude. No, I'm just kidding. I've told you I liked the MLK bit. I like your milk.
1 out of 92 jokes.
Yeah. That's a great,
pretty good percentage.
That's fabulous. You don't like any of my jokes. What are you talking about? I don't like any of my jokes.
I think 75% of one. The trauma food one is not to get,
Yeah, my worst bit, the first one I wrote ever. You're like, that's your best. Just stop at that.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's my philosophy.
You tried comedy, Wes. Like, you don't need to go any farther. Let's just leave it at that. Like,
stop progressing.
Stop when you're ahead. While you're ahead.
Yeah. Do good once and then quit forever.
Yeah, well, I didn't ever do good, but I mean, you liked it, so it's better than all the other reactions I've had from audiences. But anyways, back to this fucking rap beef, son.
Yeah, and then the last song, right, that came out.